The move that we're going to learn today is just a slightly new ending into a sequence that we've already gotten comfortable with. And I know maybe you're used to hearing me say that because that's kind of what we've been doing, is building off of the change grip around the head to some new variations. This is another one of those variations, and it's a real small, subtle difference, but we're just going to get into it and I'll explain why I felt it was necessary to have a whole separate video for this. It's called a change grip around the head with a tin, and it looks just like this. And then we go into our pour like so. Then we can go into pouring a drink. Let me do that one more time for you in slow motion. Into our pour. And then actually, to kind of go on a little tangent here, the finish reminds me that as we're pouring into a tin, of course the other ones we rolled on the arm and pour right into a glass. We're pouring into a tin, and I know the first few Flair DVDs that I saw, or the first few Flair lessons that I had, I was watching them always using a bottle and a tin, and I think, wow, that's cool, it's great, it's impressive. But how often am I actually making a drink for people in Flair Bartending where I'm going to be shaking it, where I actually need to build it in the tin? And then the very first time that I actually sat at a Flair bar and just was in awe and jaw dropped and worshipped everything that was going on, I realized that it's not necessary that it has to be a drink that you're actually building and shaking. We just use a tin because it's an extra prop. It adds to the whole experience. And then we can actually just go ahead and take that tin and pour that into building, straight into the glass, into building a drink. So it seems like maybe it's, for some people it's obvious. For me it wasn't. So if you're in the same boat as me, hopefully that's a little light bulb that goes off your above your head and you realize, because this is also the very first move that we're doing, as far as I know, that is using both a bottle and a tin, which is kind of why I wanted to make sure it was a whole separate video. So hopefully we're already comfortable with this change grip around the head. We're going to start by already having the tin in our hand. We're just going to be holding it with our thumb and our forefinger, leaving our fingers open here because we want this part of our palm to be able to cap that bottle. So we get the change grip around the head. We're going to go ahead and remember, pour spout up, not down. You'll know it if it's down because it'll be pouring out. We're here. You got to remember, if it's down, we'll know. So we're up. We're going to cap the end of that, and we're just going to roll down and go, almost lost it, roll down and go right into a pour like so. And then we can also do another pour like this and then go straight into someone's drink. So let me do that for you one more time with a live bottle. Change grip around the head, into the roll down, into a pour, which actually reminds me too. We're just going to go ahead and finish with the pour like this, like so. But I'll also have another video, and I'll link to it at the end of this one, that shows you kind of a new a new ending. And I know I'm getting notorious for adding subtle little endings to clips, but that's called a cut. That looks just like this. I'll explain in better detail in another video how that one works. But for now, just get practice with this motion. Get comfortable with the change grip around the head, having that tin in your hand, opening up your palm so you can roll down, pour into here. If you want, you can even drop it right in. Go ahead and then pour that into someone's drink. So that is the move. Good luck and practice. Practice.